everyone, welcome back to Wallace Honey Farms. I'm Grayson, and today we're going to be getting into the beehives today and continue our coverage into beehives. I know there is still a lot of people who are not able to get into their beehives due to cold weather or rain. Maybe it's a miserable day, and today I just want to continue our coverage inside the beehives. I want to go make sure our bees have enough food, because I haven't gone into my hives for about a week or two. The last time I did a video in the hives, which was Christmas Eve, around there. So I just want to get out there, check them, make sure we got enough food for the upcoming colder days, because the high today is around like 65 degrees. The perfect day to go inspect the beehives. Yesterday it was a little bit more chilly, around 55, 56 for the high. It was kind of chilly. The bees were clustered. They should be out of cluster now. We should be able to go out there and check them, since it is 65 degrees. And 65 degrees, I always mention that it is a very good temperature to inspect the bees. That's what I suggest whenever you go out there to inspect your bees. And since it's that temperature, we are going to go out there and check the bees, make sure we got enough food, make sure the queens are still good, check some of the hives that I haven't showed you guys yet, because I've already inspected that blue one over there and some of those nukes. There's a couple others I need to get into that I haven't showed you guys or gave an update on for a while, and I think this is the time to do it. Take advantage of this warm weather and get out there. And I hope a lot of you guys are having a good Friday, because today is Friday the 4th. I know there is a lot of people who are probably at the North American Honeybee Expo, and I hope a lot of people are enjoying that too. So if you're watching from Kentucky, or if you're watching from your home, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go on and get into the hive. So this is the first hive I want to get into today to make sure that they're doing all right. And this hive is a hive that I actually made a split of this year, or actually 2023. It's actually New Year 2024. And this is actually going to be my first hive inspection of 2024. So that's probably what the video is going to be called, the first inspections of 2024. And I really think that this year is going to be a good year. Hopefully this year will be a little bit better than last year. Hopefully we'll have a better of flow in spring, so I can actually do some honey. Because this year I wasn't able to do any honey, but that's alright. But maybe next year we'll be able to have better fortunate situations rather than last year, 2023, that we had. And overall, I hope everybody has a good year this year for their bees and whatever they're doing in life. So let's go on and get this frame up on the very edge and see how they're kind of coming along. And that doesn't look really too good for the time being, so look at that. That's a lot of hive beetles, if you guys can see. Look at all those beetles. That it looks even worse in real life, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're going to put that frame aside. I'm probably going to take that frame out, because that does not look good at all, because I'm sure these bees are probably getting overwhelmed with hive beetles, and that's what I've had a problem with in this exact hive, is hive beetles, and I really need to fix that. Alright, this frame and this frame. This side is okay, not too many beetles, but as you can see, they're alright on that side. And this side, we got some beetles too. Put that back in here. And they're kind of not, I guess, not happy all a lot, probably because of those beetles. And I gotta figure out a solution for that. So if you guys have any suggestions of this problem, I would really appreciate the comment in the comment, because I don't have all the answers. And I have some answers to some things, but with this right here, with hive beetle, I just want to hear your guys' opinion on this situation and what you would do and what you suggest other beekeepers to do, like me, on this situation, and maybe that will help out some beekeepers. Now, there are some things that you can do if you come in this situation. Number one, you can put Dixie towels, some kind of towels on top of here, like Bruce does. He's near me. You put them on top, and then they get caught up in the paper towels. I don't know if that will really work in cold weather, because the beetles won't be moving as much as they would be in warmer weather. So like in summer or spring, that will work 100% perfect, because they'll be on the top here. So, or you could do beetle blasters also. I don't know if that would work in cold weather. And right now, isn't the coldest of weather, but I think tomorrow and this weekend's supposed to get back to kind of cooler weather, so probably won't be anything to bother with that. Another thing you can do is you can smash them all day, which that one is probably That one is the most one that works, but that's one that is probably the most boring to do, just sit there all day and smash beetles. But hey, you know, it'll work. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think that'd be most appreciated. Alright? This side right here has no honey. And as you can see right here, this is a super frame. I'll put this in here just in case if the bees were hungry and they wanted a little food. That side already got no more honey in it. This side, on this side, as you can see, this is a beautiful frame of honey. Not too heavy, but enough for the bees. If they run out, that's a resource for them. Put that there. We're gonna shoot these back over, and I'm gonna get back into this hive right in here soon. And as you can see here, with these beetles, I don't know really what I'm gonna do. I guess I could discard this and dump the beetles out, but if I dump these beetles out on the ground, then they're probably most likely just gonna fly back. So what I've done is I've put all these beetles, like shake it into like a box like this, an empty box, and then kill all the beetles whenever they're in there. But another problem you'll have is some of them will fly away and come back here and start laying eggs again. And that is a problem too. And it's, I don't really, like, you can see all the bees there. Bees look healthy, they look alright, because I treated them earlier this year for varroa mites. But for some reason, I don't know why, this hive has always been hive beetle bound all the time, since summer, since to now. And I know Bruce has a big problem in his area of these hive beetles because he's in Alabama, and I kind of have a problem with this hive. And I really don't know why this is happening. And I'll come back out here another day and get maybe like a beetle blaster, because I don't have any on hand with me right now. I do have some beetle oil, but not really any beetle blasters that I can use at the time being. But I do have this 1 to 1 gallon sugar water that they can use if they want it. There you go. Got some 1 gallon sugar water to put on this hive. That should be good for them. These beetles are in here. That's the final thing I need to make sure. We got to watch out for the beetles, folks. And that's really something that down here in South Alabama, I've had a little bit of a problem over 2023. That's what made 2023 not a really good year. The hive beetles, since we didn't have a really good flow, hive beetles are going to be in the hive. So 2024, I'm going to try to do some different things for hive beetles to try to treat them a little bit better than I did last year. That's going to take a little bit more research to do. But I think this year I'm going to put some of those Dixie towels that Bruce uses and put them in here. I think that would probably work a little bit better than beetle blasters. Beetle blasters, hey, they work fine. They work all right. But they don't catch all the hive beetles in this hive because there's so many hive beetles in this hive right now and earlier in the year. And I think a lot of people will say they don't cause a problem right now since they're not doing much, but they cause a problem no matter what time of the year it is. So we're going to keep a check on this hive. I'll probably come back out later today or tomorrow to, you know, make sure that these beetles, I can get rid of them. I'm going to take tonight just to kind of think about it and get some different things to, you know, treat them with. But I'll probably just put a couple beetle blasters in here and see if those work for the time being, but I don't know if those will work. So anyway, we'll see. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this problem. Maybe some different things that make that work for you with hive beetles rather than using beetle blasters, because beetle blasters don't work all the time. Just let me know your thoughts. So let's go on and get to the next hive. So if you guys remember this hive was how I made a split late in the year, basically like a late split, and I ordered a queen for this hive. And I'm not going to go over the whole thing because I've said it before, but basically I had a hive that didn't have a good queen. I bought 2 queens just in case one queen died in transit. So then both queens came in good, so I made a split, and I put the other queen that I had for just in case, and I put it in here. So I want to show you guys what's going on here. It's been about a month since I've showed you. There's our queen right there. And she is just walking around. There's some eggs in here. She's actually laying. So that's good. We got some honey there. That's not capped. So that's uncapped honey. That's just nectar, but they haven't got down to a certain percentage of moisture. And then they're going to cap it off when they're ready. maybe she'll lay something for us. Queen, you gonna lay something for us, or are you just gonna let us put you back in the hive and let you go? I don't think she really wants to lay anything, but she's laying, actually, I think. There she is doing her little job. She's just doing her job. A queen can live to about 2 to 3 years, maybe longer. I've had a queen that went almost for 4 years, but I've had a queen that was like that for 4 years, or maybe even 3 years. And at that time, she didn't do good. I also had to requeen her, and that colony ended up not making it. So that's a thing that it's good that a queen can go 2 years, and I think that's about it. So next year, I got a couple of queens I need to requeen that I want to requeen. But this frame is looking very good. Some more nectar and a little bit of eggs that the queen's laying. Put that frame back in here, put it aside so we don't injure, potential injuring the queen. We don't want to do that. I think that'd be very not good to do that. So let's go on. So I do have some candy board in here, so the bees are eating some of that. We do have some brood. You see that brood's hatching, actually. You see there's some brood right there hatching, some very young bees. We got some nectar over here, but this frame's kind of somewhat heavy, so we got some nectar here. The bees are going to eat that throughout the rest of January. And this is a very, very lovely hive. They're packed full of bees. I think they're going to do very well throughout next year, since they're this big already. I think they're going to be twice as big come springtime and even bigger. That's why I like overwintering nukes, is because by the time the new year comes, the spring comes, they are a very good hive, and they are going to expand to a 10 frame box, and hopefully even more. And I'm not going to get into a couple of the other hives today. I actually just did go check another hive before I came into this hive, and I found that hive actually, for some reason, got robbed out. So I'll do a video later on about that, talking about it. But hey, I looked in there, and I was looking for the queen, and I was wondering if maybe that hive was alive, which I don't know for a certain. I can't tell you guys if it got robbed out, or if it maybe died or something and then got robbed out. I can't really tell you, to be honest. But sometimes, you can't keep all of them, and I think by next year I'll be right back where I was this year, but next year. So I got a time, it's coming up spring, to go back to where I started and actually do a couple other things different than I did last year, because there's a lot of things that I did in 2023 that were bad, very big mistakes. I made too much splits, and I wasn't able to get honey, so that was a problem. Another thing is, I didn't really do good on beetles, mites, or any of that. So next year we're going to get back on track. Make sure beetles aren't going to be as bad next year. Make sure that, we do splits correctly. Make sure we do splits in a good form. Well, I'll buy queens whenever I do splits and do them that way, instead of doing them a way where they don't work. And as you can see here, I'm just going to show you guys, a lot of times this time of year, we'll have a guy like that, which is a yellow jacket. That's a yellow jacket right there in the corner of the thing. And that right there is very not good for our bees. And a lot of times I see them try to rob things out of here, so they'll be in the hive sometimes. I've seen it before all the time. They'll go on top of the hive. As you can see, it's moving. I've seen them all the time trying to kill bees. And these things right here are annoying. So whenever you see them, these little yellow jackets, don't try to get yourself stung. Don't put yourself in a situation where it'll sting you. But you just take your hive tool and do that. There you go. And then scrape it away. I thought I'd just show you guys that, because yellow jackets are no good, and I see them all the time this time of the year. And I just want to show you guys, whenever you see one like that, what to do. And that's basically what you do. That's what I do all the time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a very good time to get into the bees and take opportunity of what we have right now, the warm weather that we do have, and use this time wisely to get into the bees, make sure they got enough food, because that's what I've been really focused on, make sure my bees can survive the winter, doing everything I can do, being proactive rather than reactive. That's why I've been taking these warm days like today is, around 65-degree weather day, and getting out there and checking these bees and make sure that they have what they need to survive the rest of January and February into the spring. And I'm really excited for spring, and I hope everybody does have a really good 2024 season. I hope it's a wonderful season. I hope it's a blast for everybody out there. Go on and click the thumbs up. We'll catch you guys on the next beekeeping video. Take care.